Hi, it's Connie. Today my friends and I are at Ryuganji Temple to try safflower dyeing, a tradition deeply rooted in Takase, Yamagata. Safflower, or Benibana in Japanese, is Yamagata's prefectural flower, and for good reason. During the Edo period, the region's Mogami Benibana was considered the finest in Japan, making Yamagata the country's top producer. Back then, safflower wasn't just valuable, it was 100 times more expensive than rice and 10 times more valuable than gold. Takase's safflower fields were even featured in Studio Ghibli's movie Only Yesterday. Although safflower is famous for its vivid red color, 99% of its pigment is actually yellow, with only 1% producing the prized red. To help us experience this centuries-old craft, today we're learning from Mika-san and Et-chan. They'll be guiding us through each step from extracting that rare red color to dyeing the fabric and bringing out those beautiful natural hues. Mika-san explained that the yellow hue, known as Safflor yellow, dissolves easily in water and is heat resistant. The red hue, called Carthamine, on the other hand, does not dissolve easily and is sensitive to heat. Now it's time to begin the process. First, we'll extract the Safflor yellow by pressing the petals. Then, to release the Carthamine, the red pigment, we'll add potassium carbonate and then citric acid to dye the cloth. We'll be netting and pressing the petals for about an hour and a half, which is why Mika-san jokingly called this step a form of aesthetic training. Luckily, Mika-san and Et-chan have already prepared these safflower cakes from the petals, so our training starts from here.
これから1% の紅を取り出すという修行の時間です。
In goes the first round of potassium carbonate. At first, the liquid still looks yellow, but you'll start to see hints of red dissolving into the water. We took turns netting the petals for 20 minutes, then added the second round of potassium carbonate, and continued netting for another 30 minutes. This was all the red pigment we were able to extract. Next, we got our silk handkerchiefs ready by soaking them in water. This helps the cloth absorb the color more easily. And now the actual dyeing begins. Watch closely as the color shifts slightly when we add citric acid. We had to dye all our handkerchiefs at the same time because the pigments rush to the first object that they come in contact with. If we wanted an even color across all of our handkerchiefs, we had to work together. The first round lasted 10 minutes. Then we added more citric acid. Look at how the color changes again. We continued netting for another 10 minutes before moving on to the third and final round. For the last round, we netted for 15 more minutes. Then it was time to rinse the cloth. And there it was, a vibrant natural pink. Can you believe this stunning color comes entirely from safflower with no artificial dyes involved? For those wondering how safflower dye is used today, Mika-san shared some fascinating products with us. The first was Komachi Beni, a traditional safflower-based lipstick. Instead of applying it directly, you wet a brush and gently stroke the inside of the jar to create a vibrant red lip color. The second item was ink for Japanese calligraphy. Interestingly, adding safflower red to the ink makes the black appear even deeper and richer. Mika-san has also experimented with safflower dye herself. She prepared paper for Goshuin vermilion seals using washi paper dyed with safflower. She even dyed paper for the shoji sliding screens in the temple. The blue and yellow accents you see were dyed with indigo and safflower yellow. She told me that her husband accidentally poked holes in the paper, so she cleverly mended them using these colored accents. And if that wasn't impressive enough, she even made an entire shoji screen from scratch. That must have taken a long time to complete. Now, if you're wondering what happened to the safflower yellow we extracted at the beginning, don't worry, we didn't let it go to waste. Just for fun, we used it to dye some cotton cloth, and here are the results. What do you think? I'm really happy with how our quote-unquote training turned out. Would you want to give safflower dyeing a try? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more local adventures like this. Until next time, stay safe everybody, bye!